Hello and welcome everybody to a very quick unboxing and first impressions video. I got something that I find rather special today, and it is a vintage miniature of something that has become rather sought after. I found this for sale and I ended up just jumping on it. Hopefully it all arrived in one piece. This is all just packing material, I think. Get rid of all of that and let's see what it is. So it looks like it's all quite well packaged, so hopefully it survived, and it did. Nice. So this is a unused, unopened miniature of Shiseido's Feminite du Bois. So this is the Serge Lutens current formulation one that I owned before and that I've actually worn quite a few times. And I've never smelled, first of all, I've never smelled the vintage Serge Lutens, and I've not to mention the vintage Shiseido. So this scent was released in 1992, as many of you know, and it was released under Shiseido, but the creative direction was already done by Serge Lutens, and he worked with two of the most legendary perfumers of all time, one of them being Pierre Bourdon and the other one being Christopher Sheldrake, who ended up becoming the partner, partner in crime for all of the Serge Lutens scents that were then released after, like, for example, Ombre Sultan. All right, so this is going to be just a very quick first impressions on blotter, because I will end up, so I've got 4 mils here. Actually, it's a very sturdy, heavy glass bottle, this one. And I will decant this into a little atomizer and I will wear this. And then I can actually do a proper comparison. So it's a nice screw top. Hopefully it's well preserved, because this is not a, this has been, it's not a very new scent. So this has been out for a while and it's been discontinued for a long time. Just trying to get something on the blotter here very carefully without spilling. Kind of don't want to waste any of this. It's very precious juice. And yeah, these 4 bottles of these of this actually go for a good amount of money now. And before I end up deciding to actually get one, I wanted to try and see what I think, if it's actually any different than the newest formulation. So I got a bit of that on the tip of this, and I will see if that's enough. Oh yeah, I can smell it. Oh, that's nice. And it's recognizably Feminite du Bois. So on first impressions, like I probably, you could blindfold me and give me this blindly. I don't want to be too arrogant, but I think I could tell you that this is Feminite du Bois. By the way, the name means femininity of wood. It was one of the first scents that is, targeted, maybe back in the day, targeted towards women, that has a very strong woody facet to it. It's, in my opinion, it's mainly cedar wood, or pine wood. And this has this classic Feminite du Bois, cedar and plum, boozy plum, and lots of spices. It's very intense, so I only got a tiny amount on this blotter and I can smell it very, very clearly. I want to say this comes off a bit more fruity. So let me just spray the current formulation and do a comparison. Right, so I can go back to back now. Clear my nose. All right, it does seem a little bit different now that I smell the new one. I'm being quiet because I have to be have to go really deep. I'm actually going to try to get a little bit more on this blotter, just to be quite fair. But I think I am picking up on some slight differences now that I've got this together with the modern formulation. All right. Hopefully that's done it. I really don't want to spill anything on the table. Yeah, would hate to see that go to waste. All right, let's go back to smelling the old one. Okay. So on first impression, the old one is both fruitier and also less sweet. And the new one has, honestly, it seems like it has more cumin in it. The old one has this very rich, boozy, liqueur-y, almost like the filling of like a chocolate that has like a fruit, a plum liquor filling, like a very dense liqueur jelly. And the new one smells drier. New one smells drier and more dusty. Yeah, so recognizably the same idea, but the old one just has a bit more richness. Yeah, to me it's richer. There might be just a tiny amount of civet in this old one as well that I don't pick up on the new one. So the new one is very interesting because some of the days I wear it, I get a lot more cumin on my skin, and some other days I don't get it. And this new one has both this plum wine, cedar forest, and a bit of a cola, like cola spices type of vibe on me. And it also has just a touch of smokiness, the current formulation. It's very beautiful, actually. I think the current formulation of Feminite du Bois is well worth picking up, even in its current state. And it's all I ever knew until today. Yeah, and I think if you look at this juice, so this is like a very pale purple, right? Imagine that as a smell, and then imagine the Shiseido one. Imagine that just like 2 shades darker. It's darker, it's richer, it's fruitier. It's like if you took a syrup, and this would be after cooking it for 10 minutes, this would be cooking after cooking it for another 10 minutes, just concentrating everything. And I think I'm picking up on some very fine floral notes in the older version. It's got a good amount of clove, I think, the old one. And the booziness stays, whereas the new one, I think the booziness kind of goes. It's just, the new one is just peppery, cumin dusty, dry, and the old one is darker, plummier, fruitier, denser. Surprisingly not as dirty. It does feel almost cleaner, at least on blotter. So I think this is gonna be just on blotter today. Oops, I knocked the camera there and you saw my laptop, but that just had the Parfum page. I'm gonna look at the notes of the old one now. So old one came out in 1992 and it is a clovey. It has clove, cedar, sandalwood, cinnamon, beeswax, honey, cardamom, musks, plum, orange blossom, peach, rose, and violet. Yeah, peach. No, totally. Yeah, those rose and peachy and violety facets. It's more floral. I really like both. So let's check out the new one. So the new one is, it just quotes just plum, cedar, and floral notes. All right, so that's going by Parfumo. It's just a 3-noter. Yeah, I mean, they're close. They're genuinely close. And I think if you got the new one and you can't find the old one, you've got a great perfume going on. But the old one, on first impression, is just that bit more richer, that bit more darker, and it's not as not as dusty, not as dry, not as cuminy on first impression. The floral notes are really beautiful on the old one that I don't pick up as much on the new one. The new one is just very woody, very spicy, and it's got that plummy fruitiness. You can also pick up on peach in the new one, but it's just not, it's not as present. Yeah, all right. I think that concludes this quick comparison, this quick unboxing. I don't think I fully grasped this one because I need to wear this on skin and I need to decant this into an atomizer. I'm really glad I got this. I think 4 ml is going to last me quite a while because this seems quite concentrated. It's an eau de parfum. Yeah, I think if you only can find this one, check it out. Even if you're a guy, it says femininity, but I think this is very, very much unisex. You just gotta be aware that I think there's a decent amount of cumin in this to me. But it's most of the time it's very tame. Most of the time it plays really well with the fruitiness and just adds a bit of warmth, just a bit of something more depth in the scent. Whereas on this one, I didn't. This one just seems not as dusty. This one seems it has more floral notes. It's darker. It's richer. That's just my first impression, though. Very excited to try this on skin, and I plan to do a full review on this one compared to the new one after I've worn it on skin a couple of times. All right. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.